Claire, and this is my Nine Worlds 2015 Bookish goodies haul. Mostly books, but a few other things as well. Like most conventions at Nine Worlds, we got a goodie bag when we arrived. The first thing that I took out was the convention booklet, just so I could go and circle all the panels that I wanted to go and see. After I stopped squeeing about the program, I had another look in the bag of goodies from Forbidden Planet, and here's what I got in it. First, we had some samplers. The first one is from 12 Kings by Bradley Bolio, and that is out from Orion. It has a quote right here that says, "Promises to be breathtaking" by Robin Hobb. And I trust Robin Hobb to know what good writing about secrets and kings and assassins and that type of thing is. So I'll definitely be checking this out to see if I'd like to read the full book. Then I had this thing which I totally did not realize was a free sampler until I was preparing for this video. It just kind of looks like a brochure of something or other. It says, "Welcome, you are now a digital citizen," and kind of goes on with things about identity. But if you open it up, you'll see it's for a story, I'm assuming a novel, called Sock Puppet by Matthew Blackstad, and that is out on the 19th of May 2016 from Hodder and Stoughton. Next, we've got this tiny, adorable sampler that does two books. The first is The Death House by Sarah Pimbrough, and that is out from Galance, if I'm not mistaken. It has a Stephen King quote on the top, so that's pretty good. And then on the other side, we've got Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, and it says, "Power is a dangerous game." I've heard a lot of things about Red Queen on BookTube, so that should be interesting to check out as well. And this is out from Orion Books. Because the sampler is really small and it does these two different books, the type is really tiny. It's a really minuscule font, and I think it might be a little bit unpleasant for me to read because my eyesight is not the best, and so I don't know if I'll just go and check out those books maybe from the library. They are both already out, so I'm assuming this sampler, because again it's tiny, is to advertise the paperback. Next in the goodie bag we had this magazine, Starburst Magazine, which says it is the world's longest running magazine for cult entertainment. And it's got a picture of my Khaleesi in the front with a Terminator, but I care more about Emilia Clarke, so I will focus on her. And I've never heard of this magazine, but it looks pretty cool. It's got loads of articles, looks like film reviews and book reviews and games. It looks like it's very colourful as well. In the same bag of swag with the samplers, I had two books. This one is The Three by Sarah Lotz, and it is apparently a high concept thriller that is a blast. It has blurbs from Stephen King and Lauren Bucus on the back, and it is apparently the story of 4 planes that crash simultaneously, and in each of these 4 planes, the sole survivor of the crash is one child. So you've got these 4 children that survive these 4 dreadful plane crashes, and then one of the children utters a terrible warning of doom and then dies. So the 3 are the 3 remaining children. It looks super creepy. I'm really happy about this one. Next, I got The High Druids Blade by Terry Brooks, which is apparently a Shannara novel. Now, I'm slightly worried because there is a section in the front of the book that kind of shows all of the books by Terry Brooks, and there are very many, and they all seem to be in that Shannara universe, so I don't know if this is like number umpteenth in a series and I can't read it. If anyone knows, please tell me if I can just start this. This is originally what my friend Jen had in her bag, but it was just not really her cup of tea, and she was very much coveting the gorgeous hardcover edition of the Seven Smith Hatfield by Anna Catabiano that I had in my bag, so we traded. On Saturday at the convention, I was very excited to meet up with the lovely Emma Newman. She put out a call for science fiction and fantasy reviewers who would be attending Nine Worlds to say who wants to read my book in an art form, and I was right there just because I've been really looking forward to reading this book. If you have seen my top 5 most anticipated books for the rest of 2015, this was on it. On the last day of the convention, there were a lot of books that were piled up on the registration table that were just free for people to grab, because apparently some people did not want their free books. And whilst I don't understand the mind of these people who are clearly just wrong, it was good for me because I picked up a bunch of extra books. First, I picked up The Boy with the Porcelain Blade by Dan Patrick. I know Dan because he organizes the Super Relaxed Fantasy Club, but I hadn't read his first book yet, which is this one. This book takes place in this Venetian-inspired setting that sounded super cool when Dan described it at SRFC, so I'm looking forward to this one as well. Another book that I picked up after hearing from it at SRFC was Nun Slinger by Stark Holborn. Stark did a reading at SRFC, and she did her reading with shots of whiskey, so that was quite memorable. It just seems like a really cool story about a nun in the Wild West. Sounds extremely fun. It's quite big, so I don't know when I'll get around to it, but it's definitely one that I had to struggle not to buy because I'm not spending money on books at the moment. So when I saw a free copy, I just jumped on it. And the last one that I've got is a totally random pickup, and it is Time Bomb by Scott K. Andrews. In the back it says, New York City, 2141. Yojana Paddle throws herself off a skyscraper but never hits the ground. It's apparently got something to do with Cornwall in 1640 as well as New York in 2141. And it's apparently this really cool, messed up thriller thingy about loads of people falling in time and being in the wrong timelines, and I just really like time travel stories, so I thought it was a good random pick to round off this book haul. I normally don't pick up that many free stuff at events because I'm normally also buying loads of things, but the combination of being on a bit of a book buying ban as well as thinking I still want to do a book haul for my channel led me to pick up quite a few books. So this was my Nine Worlds Bookish Goodies book haul. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep everything in there because there was quite a lot of it. I've been filming for a while, so it might be a very long video or I might just not have everything. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you were at Nine Worlds, let me know what books you got at the convention, and if you weren't, let me know what the last book that you bought was. If you wanted to see more from me, you can check out the sidebar for my Nine Worlds recap and more. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button for more videos from me every week. I've been Claire, thanks so much for watching, and see you soon.